Hello, my name is Jeff McDonald and welcome to my workshop. This week what we're going to do is turn one of these. They're both the same, but this is a 6x6 by 3 inches thick. This is 7 by 7 by 3 inches thick. Now, I have tons of wood. I don't know if you've seen my videos, but I don't have this wood. This is black walnut, Indian black walnut, I believe. And so I bought this off a guy on Etsy, which is a very reasonable price. Last week I did a video similar to this kind of bowl with glued up stripes, and it turned out really good. I still got to turn the other one, but I only turned one of these today. And, you know, if I turn both, you already seen one turn, so why do I turn both, right? With that, we'll get started. And another thing I want to say before I get rolling, because I always forget to say this, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Push the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does a lot for me. So if you could do that for me, I much appreciate it. Okay? With that, what I'm going to do is get this blank ready to go drill a hole in it. Just got to start first by finding the center. And then we'll take it out on the drill press and drill a small hole for the woodworm screw. Now, this is the first time I ever used a drill press for woodworm screw, but what I've learned is if I just use a drill and I don't get it exactly 90 degrees straight, it has a little wobble when I first put it on the lathe. So this will hopefully change that and allow me to put it on the lathe with no problems. Let me get a quick punch here. Oh, sorry, kicked the camera. Kicked the tripod, didn't I? I wish I had a cameraman. I don't have a cameraman. Can't afford a cameraman. I guess gotta make more videos to afford a cameraman. All right, with that, we're gonna head out to the shop and out to the drill press. My shop is in the outside of my shop. See, it's a outdoor, but the roof over, so I can have all my tools out here, but I don't have to worry about, getting wet. Now, the building I built wasn't the best. It was kind of cheap, and so I ended up putting a tarp over the roof. But, what are you gonna do? All right, be right back. One thing I forgot to do is I need to take this compass and put a mark all the way around so I can cut the edges off to kind of cut down on all the turning. Another thing I got to do is put a mark on the other side. Hang on a minute. Nah, I don't have to do that. Not on this bowl. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking, am I? All right, let me bring this up. Alrighty. All right, that's all there is to it. Nice straight hole. And we'll take it in and put it on the lathe. All right, first I said I was going to bring it and put it on the lathe, but I'm not sure. That's not what I needed to do first. I need to first cut these edges off, corners off here on the bandsaw. So Let me see. Turn on the back system. All right, that's one thing down. Each little step is not hard. It just takes a minute. And we're going to go over here to the lathe. There's Tasha doing what Tasha does. Keep everybody away. Keep all the bad guys away. All right. I think because this leg needs to go down, that's a little better. And I'm including my video talent with you too. And the nice thing is the editing talent. That's the best part. Okay, so let me get, oh crap, I'm gonna get in your way again. Get this chuck down here. You know, we just got back from a 7-day cruise into parts of Mexico. So I had a great time. Margaritaville cruise out of Tampa. Me and my wife really enjoyed it, relaxing. I get back and I'm still kind of in vacation mode, moving slow. Don't want to go back to work. All right. But I love what I do. It's not really work. If you love what you're doing, it's not work, right? And I do. I absolutely love what I'm doing. It doesn't pay anything, but I love what I'm doing. All righty, let's get this lathe turned on. Get it moving, and we'll turn it down to a lower speed so I can put this thing on. There we go. Yeah, that turned out pretty nice. Get a little tighten too. I didn't even have to tighten it much. All righty. What we'll do now is I'm going to take this edge off. I may have to move the camera pretty soon, but right now I'm okay. I do need to get my gear ready, so I might as well turn it off. All right, let's get this thing up to speed. Get some light on there. What I need to do, I already forgot how to do it. I'm on vacation a week and I'm already forgetting what I'm doing. I need to move that up there. There we go. A little safety helps. All right. See, I haven't talked much about this on my other videos, but the goal is to rub the bevel all the way. And I got off there. You can see that where I got off on my bevel. So I need to try to stay consistently with my bevel against the wood, running it. Okay. Now this is another type of cut. All right, let me turn around and put the foot on this bowl. I'm gonna move the camera. All right, I got it sanded pretty good. Got the shape I like. So now what I'm gonna do is try to get it off this woodwind screw without having to take vice grips to it. No, see, it took the whole chuck off. So when it does that, I grab my vice grips. And just take it off this way. Some woods are got such a tight grain that they don't like to let go sometimes. There we go. Alrighty. Get that tailstock out of the way. Most of you know what this is. This is a negative rake scraper. Most scrapers are good, but you got to really watch them. But the negative rake scraper is very forgiving. I've never caught wood with this thing. It's amazing how that works. But you got to put a little edge on there often. I do it by running it through the grinder real quick, and that puts a little edge on it. That's what does most of the cutting. If it starts seeing sawdust, it's dull, and which is within about a minute or two, you'll start seeing dust. Okay. All right. All right, we're in good shape. This is where we belong, other than sanding. So I'm going to sand, and then I'll come back and we'll remove the tenon. Okay? All right, so the bowl's all sanded. Now what I'm going to do is use this Axe sanding paste, go a little more with it, a little more sanding with it, and then we'll use a paste wax, put a shine on it. We'll just put this all over. If you've never tried this before, I highly recommend it. Does a really good job. I'm left-handed, so it messes me up. All right, pull on the outside. It's gonna be a pretty bowl. I like this wood. I know it was a little wet, probably around 15%, I'm guessing. I didn't test it. Maybe when I'm done, I'll test it, but it really doesn't matter now. It's already turned. You really should hold off turning wet wood unless you're going to turn it really thin. Now, I turn this pretty thin, and that helps keep from cracking. Plus, there's no knots anywhere to get the crack started that I can see anyway. All right, so we just turn this on, and I'm going to, it's a sanding polish, so I'm just really sanding with it, right? And I'm leaving it at 600 right now, and then as I go, I'm going to turn it up and speed it up. And as the polish breaks down, because it's got a little bit of grit in it, you can feel it. It gets finer and finer, which means it's going to be a finer and finer sanding. So I don't know what it goes up to. I'm only guessing maybe 1,000 by the time it's completely broke down. So it's pretty cool how it works. This takes a little bit, so we'll probably just kind of keep going, and then I'll catch up with you when it's time to put the polish on. All right, now I'm going to put the polish on. That came out really good. I'm going to use the polish. Same thing, you just put it all over. All right. Okay. It's currently about 900. We'll probably start there and work our way up. I like this axe system. It does a really good job. It's pretty much fail-proof. I don't know how you can mess it up, but it's easier than many other food safe products. Another one I like to use is walnut oil, Mahoney's walnut oil. Works really well. Food safe. It does a really good job. I use it when I wanted just a plain finish, no wax finish. They do have a wax for that though, but it doesn't shine like this stuff does. And then I'm about ready to finish this up, and then we'll flip it over and remove the tenon, put the medallion on, and we're done. Bada boom. Alrighty. Let me get set up. Be right back. All right, I got to turn around, got it on my Coles jaws now. So all I got to do is remove the tenon, and I'll put a medallion on it. A little fast. There we go. Okay. Of course, very simple. The only trick is making sure I don't go too deep with putting the hole in for the medallion. See, it takes 1.25 inches, 1/8 inch deep hole for this medallion. So that's what I do now. Put the put the Forstner bit on, and then slightly drill a hole. Now what I did, I've been kind of getting really close. So I get in a hole, the guide hole is kind of getting through. So what I did is I ground that down a little bit, and I hope it doesn't affect the cut too much. I don't know if you see what I mean, but this little guide, well, I removed it. Now we'll see what happens. But being on the lathe, it should be fine, actually. Shouldn't even be a problem. So, but we're going to see. That looks good. Okay. I don't think I went all the way through. Now I do is a little sanding and put a polish on the bottom. Actually, I ought to take it off, but I'll sand it. A friend of mine, I don't really know him, but a guy here that comments often said that I should put the medallion on first before I put the finish on, because then the CA glue will stick better. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna sand. And a lot of guys will put little designs and stuff in this. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. I think the bowl speaks for itself. It doesn't need a little extra, so I'm not gonna do it this time. All right. Interesting. All right. I'm gonna run the. Where'd it go? If that helped a little. It was a little rough. That feels better. Yeah, that's a little rough right there. Darn it. You do some more. A little bit more. Turn it down a little bit. There was some tear out, so I put an 80 grit sandpaper on it to get it out of there real quick. You know, if I were a professional, I wouldn't have these problems, but I'm not a professional, so I have them. Oh my goodness. It could be worse. I mean, I could be, I don't know, working for a living, I guess. All right. You know, I'm feeling like I want to bring this bit back up and do a little bit more because it's not deep enough. A little bit more. I hope I didn't ruin it, but we'll see. All right, what I'm going to do, as soon as this thing stops, I'm going to go ahead and put the medallion on. Like the person said. Looks pretty good. Oh, we're good. Nothing to the bottom. We're looking good. Whenever it's not broken, then it's good. All right. All we gotta do is put a. Blow that out. Almost out. I think that's about it for that. Little activator on there. Get my medallion on there. Voila. Oh, there we go. So now I'm going to put it back on and use the axe, sanding paste, and then polish on the bottom. Come on. A little polish on there. Get this nice and smooth. I mean, not polish, just sanding here, but then we'll put the wax on. It's turned out a nice little candy dish, I think. I have other bowls that are very rustic. I like to do those too. These are more fine, I think, because the wood's fine. Whenever you're using exotic woods, I'd consider this an exotic wood. Well, the little bowl's done. It's got a lot of character to it, a lot of color in it. It's like a two-tone wood. I don't know, it's very interesting. I like that color look. Do I have enough light on there? How about that? That's better. All right, well, I just want to thank you all for watching the video. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. And with that, I'd just like to say, if you haven't subscribed by now, this is the time to do it. And also, God bless and have a great day.